Hello everyone, welcome to the Create and Send Effective Emails webinar. My name is India and I'm the Product Services Trainer at iContact, and I'll be your guide today. Today's agenda will include a review of iContact's prohibited content statement. During the demo, I'll show you how to create and send a message, and then you'll learn how to post a message to your social networks. I'll also show you how to track your sent messages. Then I'll share with you some tips to remember when creating your messages, as well as additional services and support iContact offers. Let's start by reviewing iContact's prohibited content statement. It's important to understand our company's policies before you begin creating and sending out any email messages. Messages that include any content listed here on the page will be prohibited from iContact. Prohibited content includes pornography, adult entertainment, nudity, prostitution or escort services, online gambling, federally regulated or otherwise illegal drugs or narcotics, or paraphernalia associated therewith, illegal or unlawful goods or services, acts of violence or commissions of crimes or illegal activities, products or services from an embargoed or blacklisted country, individual, or entity, stolen goods, libelous, defamatory, scandalous, threatening, or harassing acts, pirated computer programs, counterfeit or fraudulent products, instructions on how to assemble or otherwise make any weapons including bombs, grenades, or firearms. Also prohibited are mailing lists, distribution lists, news groups, or spam email addresses. Content or material that exploits or is harmful to children under 18, any personally identifying information or private information, content that is unlawful, grossly offensive, including expressions of bigotry, discrimination, prejudice, racism, hatred, or excessive profanity is also prohibited, or obscene, lewd, lascivious, filthy, malicious, libelous, defamatory, excessively violent, threatening, harassing, or otherwise morally objectionable content will also be prohibited. Content that includes viruses, worms, harmful or malicious code, and or Trojan horses is prohibited. And pyramid schemes, multi-level channel and or network marketing opportunities, including but not limited to personal work-at-home offers, promoting get-rich-quick, build your wealth, and financial independence offerings. Promotion, offering, or proliferation of access to payday loans, payday advances, or short-term unsecured loans is also prohibited. Any content that advocates, promotes, or otherwise encourages violence against any governments, organizations, groups, or individuals, or which provides instruction, information, or assistance in causing or carrying out such violence is prohibited. And content that violates or misappropriates any third-party intellectual property, moral, or privacy right. To read the full prohibited content and commerce statement, visit icontact.com/legal/terms-conditions. So let's switch on over to the demo account. We will begin with a brief overview of the home page. As you can see, I'm logged into iContact here as Flo Fargo. Flo Fargo is the owner of my fictional account that I've created for my webinars. When you first log into iContact, you'll be directed to your home page. At the top of the home page, there are 5 tabs. The Home tab, then there's the Contacts tab, which is where you go to upload and manage your contacts. The Email tab, which is where we're working from today, is where you go to create and send email messages to your list. The Social tab is where you can post directly to the social networks through iContact. And the Reports tab is where you'll find tracking data for all messages sent through iContact. On the home page, you'll see that there are also several panels. Before we go further, I'd like to go over briefly just a few of these panels. The first I'd like to review is the last message statistics panel. This shows you a top-level view of the tracking stats related to the last message you sent. If you click on any of the icons to the left, you'll be directed to a page that provides more detailed information. Also from this panel, you can choose to track the message or create a new message. I also like to draw your attention to the account health panel. This shows you the total number of messages you've sent out for the month, the amount of space you're using in the image library, and the total number of subscribers you've added to your account. You can upgrade your account at any time by clicking on the Upgrade Your Account link. And don't forget that the Get Started panel is where you can find links to our video tutorials, to iContact's help system, and information on how to contact our support team. Finally, I wanted you to be reminded that the footer of the application is here no matter where you are in iContact. This footer will always be available with links to learn more about our applications, to connect with our company, and to discover the latest information about our application and stay up to date with our email marketing policies. I always suggest to customers, if you haven't already, to please take the time to read up on our policies. Knowing this information will help you maintain a healthy iContact account. Here's the link where you can view the full prohibited content and commerce statement. We also have links here to the help system, to contact support, and to provide feedback. Back up at the top, you'll find another link to the help system. When you click on the help system, a pop-up will appear with 3 additional tabs. In the Search Help tab, if you enter a keyword or phrase, the system will generate a list of articles pertaining to that keyword or phrase, and you'll be either given additional information or step-by-step instructions. Then there's the Browse Resources tab. Here you'll find links to our live and recorded webinars, as well as our Get Started white papers. Finally, you'll find a link to contact our support. If you need technical support, we're available Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Time. You may reach us by email, chat, or phone. All right, so let's get started using iContact. Before you upload your contacts or send out that first message, you'll want to make sure that you have configured your account settings properly. You'll find your settings under the drop-down menu in the upper right-hand corner. Be sure you've updated your contact information, billing information, that you've enabled your social media settings, and created your sender properties, as well as your custom fields. Now, we're going to say that we've already configured all of these settings at this time, but if you need additional assistance with configuring any of these settings, please make sure you contact support or consult the help system or video tutorials. So we're going to focus on the sender property setting. Now, I'm using a fictional travel agency called Sunshine Travel as our business for this webinar. Sunshine Travel has 2 locations, one in Raleigh, which is run by the owner, Flo Fargo, and one in Charlotte, which is run by Terrence Trotter. A sender property is a sending profile. Think of it as the envelope for your email. Just like when you send a regular letter through regular snail mail, once you place the letter in the envelope, you'll write your name and address in the upper left corner, so that when the recipient gets that mail, they'll know exactly who it came from and where it came from. Well, the same applies with email sending. When the recipient goes to their inbox, the first thing they'll typically notice is the from name and perhaps even the from email address. If they don't recognize this particular from name or from email address, they may choose not to open that mail, they may choose to delete it, or they may even choose to mark it as spam. We don't want this to happen to you with your recipients, so this is why we give you the ability to create multiple sender properties. Keep in mind that all email messages must be associated with the sender property prior to sending. Now, iContact automatically creates a default sender property with the username and email address you use when you signed up for your iContact account. Now, from here, you can change that sender property, and the sender's information. Note that your subscribers will view this information, so make sure you enter something they will easily recognize. When choosing your from name, you can choose a business name or an individual's name. That's completely up to you. But when choosing a from email address, try not to use a role-based email address that begins with a prefix such as info@ or no reply at. This will help you to avoid getting blocked from your recipients' inboxes. The footer of every message sent from the sender property will include the physical address from your contact information. However, if you wish to associate this sender property with a different mailing address, you can uncheck this box and enter an alternative address here. Subscribers will also see in the footer a link that allows them to manage their subscription to your email marketing list, as well as edit their personal information. We call this the Manage Your Subscription page, and it looks like this. So here you have the ability to choose the verbiage of that link, and iContact will use that verbiage for this particular sender property. So let's say we've already uploaded our contacts. Now we can start marketing to our contacts. To do this, we'll click on the Email tab. From here, you can create as many messages, surveys, and autoresponders as needed, as well as manage the library of images to be used in your messages. Let's take a look at the image library first. Once you add an image to your image library, you can use it in any of your messages. To ensure that iContact properly delivers your message, all files uploaded to the image library must be less than 200 kilobytes. If your images are larger than 200 kilobytes, you can store them on a different website, or you can add them during the message creation, and then you can add them during the message creation process. To add an image to your image library, browse the file on your computer, find the image, and then click Upload My Image. To delete an image, you can simply click the trash can icon below the image. It's important to note that images cannot simply be copied and pasted from one application to another. In order to use that image in your message, it must be uploaded into your image library. Now let's go back to the Email tab where we'll proceed with creating our message. There's several ways to create a message in iContact. You can create a new message using Message Builder, which allows you to select either a pre-designed or blank template from our library, and it allows you to create a message without knowing any HTML code. Or if you hand code your own HTML messages or design your email messages using a third-party solution such as Dreamweaver, Contribute, or NVU, you can select the Message Coder option. There's also some other basic message creation tools, such as creating a message that is text only or creating a message from a web page. Keep in mind that there are limitations when it comes to using these basic message creation tools. We'll go ahead and create our message today using Message Builder. When you select Message Builder, iContact displays all of the available templates. There are two types of templates you can choose. You can choose from the designer templates, which provide you with pre-formatted layouts and color schemes, but also allows you to change those colors and images as you wish. You can also access our basic templates by unchecking the category box and selecting Basic only. Basic templates provide design-free layouts, which you can then customize with your own colors, branding, and content. When you roll your mouse over a template, a larger thumbnail appears that shows you a closer look of how that template appears. We like this template here, the email postcard template, so we'll select it. Keep in mind that when you select a template, there's not a way to switch to a different template once you begin editing it. So you want to be sure that you've chosen the right template that will best fit your needs. Once you choose the template, you'll want to associate a sender property with the message. The sender property determines which from name and from email address will display in your contact's email inboxes. In our example, we have 3 sender properties, one for the Charlotte office, which is run by Terrence Trotter, one for the Raleigh office, which is run by Flo Fargo, and one for both. Because this message will be sent just to Sunshine Travel's Raleigh customers, it makes sense to use the Sunshine Travel Raleigh sender property. Next, you'll want to include a great subject line, which can help increase the number of people who open and read your email. We'll enter Save on Hawaii Vacations now through Friday. iContact also provides a message name field to help differentiate your messages. This field is for your internal purposes only. So we'll call this message Hawaii Special Offer. Now it's time to edit the message. All messages are made up of blocks of content. Now, by hovering your mouse over the message, you can see the individual blocks. To add a new block, simply click one of the Add Block buttons found both above and below the current block. To edit a block of content, click inside that block and add text and images as desired. Once it's edited, you can click anywhere outside of that block automatically to save your changes. Blocks can also be moved anywhere within your message. To do this, simply hover over the block, place your mouse on the drag icon, and then click and drag the block to its new location. To delete a block of content, hover over the block, and then click the trash can icon. Mistakes are always easy to fix during your current message editing session. Simply click the undo button or redo buttons to get your message back on track. There is an autosave feature, however, there's also a save icon to make sure you're saving your work as you go. So for this particular message, let's delete the company logo image and replace it with another image. Since we've already added the logo to our image library, this image can now be added to this message by clicking the Insert Image icon. We'll simply search for the logo and add it to our message. Please note that you can also insert an image from your computer, or you can insert from the web if you've chosen to host it on another site. Prior to this presentation, Sunshine Travel drafted their message in a text editor. This text can be easily copied and then pasted into a block. Once the text has been copied and pasted into a block, you can simply edit it using the formatting options. Message Builder's text editing tools allow you to change the formatting to more closely match your organization's branding. You can also select text and turn it into a web link. So for example, I can highlight the phrase springtime in Hawaii, click on the chain link icon, and enter the URL for the desired website. When I click OK, the phrase will now be hyperlinked. You can also put additional images into the message. I'd like to insert a coupon into this block here. So I'm going to place my cursor where I'd like the image to appear, click on Image in the toolbar, click Insert, find the coupon in my image library, and add the image. Now I can adjust the size of that image, and I can also insert borders, select the style of that border, as well as the color, change the wrap of the image, and include spacing around the image. You can also include some alternative text for those who view a text-only version of your message. So here we'll enter, save 15% on your next vacation, call flow for details. It's also advised that you add a link to the web-based version of your email towards the top of the message. This is in case there's some people who happen to be viewing your message to have an option to view the web-based version, just in case they're not able to view the HTML version depending on the email client or the device they're using to view your message. You would simply add a space to include this text, add your verbiage such as having trouble viewing this, click here to view on the web. You can then format this text and then you'll hyperlink the verbiage. You'll do that by clicking on the chain link icon, selecting the link type of merge field, and the field type of web version URL. Keep in mind that this particular link is not able to be tested until the message is a live sent message. You can also include share buttons in your message. Share buttons can help people share your news with their friends and their connections on social networks. You can simply add a block for the share buttons, and by clicking the social tools icon, you can add each button one at a time. Try including a little space in between each one so that the links do not overlap. You can format those buttons and even change the background color of the particular block if you desire. You can also personalize your newsletter by including a greeting or salutation line. So we might want to say something like, Dear John or Dear Sue, for the first line of every recipient's email. We do that by typing Dear, placing the cursor where we want their name to appear, then clicking on the merge field icon in the text menu options. Here we can choose the first name merge field and click Insert. When this message is sent, each subscriber's first name will appear in the place of the merge value. As a best practice, you want to make sure that you don't keep your newsletters long. Make sure you include short information with links to possibly read the full newsletter at a later time, or even using a table of contents structure so that a recipient might be able to click on the title of the article and, using the anchor link, jump to a certain section of that particular newsletter. You can also include verbiage such as click to learn more or click to read the full article to give people an option to be able to read the news now or choose to read the news when they have more time. So always try to keep your emails from 1 to 2 pages in length and keep them short and above the scroll. If you want to include a link to learn more, you would simply highlight the text, choose the chain link icon, and simply include the location for the full newsletter. You can also hyperlink images in the same way that you can do for text. For example, I may want to hyperlink my logo at the top of the page to my actual website. Simply click on the image, click the chain link icon, and enter the URL. Please note that videos cannot be embedded into your messages. As well, attachments are not allowed. However, you can accomplish the same goal by hyperlinking, just as I've shown you today. You can also delete any unneeded blocks and clean up your message before sending it out. I also want to point out that if your template includes any of these types of social links, such as the F for Facebook and the T for Twitter, you want to make sure that they're active before you send the message out. To make them active, you'll simply need to hyperlink them. So for example, if you want people to be able to click on the word Facebook or the F for Facebook and be taken to your Facebook page or your Twitter page so that they can follow you or see the information that you shared on those pages, you would need to hyperlink each one to the correct location. You would do that in the same way that I've shown you, using the insert link and entering the URL for your Facebook page or your Twitter page. When you're happy with the way your message looks, you want to go ahead and perform a quick spell check. You do that by clicking the message icon and clicking spell check under the checks menu. Notice that it will pick out any questionable words and allow you to change the word or ignore it. You also want to perform a spam check on your messages to make sure that there's not any content that will cause you from being blocked from your recipients' inboxes. It's also a good idea to send yourself a test message. You can send a test message to any recipient by entering that email address in the field and clicking send. That will allow you to see how that message appears in a working email client. Then you can make any adjustments necessary before actually sending a live broadcast message. I'd also advise you to do a preview pop-up of your message, just to see how that message appears on the web. This allows you to check any links to make sure they go to the correct location. As well, it allows you to look at the footer information to make sure it appears as you'd like for it to, and if not, make changes in your account settings before sending the message. Finally, it allows you to see the responsiveness of your template. All of our message builder templates are responsive templates, which simply means they will adjust based on the devices being used to view that message. So you can see how that message will appear on a mobile device portrait, landscape, a tablet portrait, as well as a tablet landscape. And the default is desktop. Now the template itself will not change, simply the way that it appears on the screen. This can allow you to make any changes that you need to or make any adjustments before sending that message out. Once you've performed all of your checks on your message, you want to create a plain text version. Some contacts may not be able to view the email with pictures and text formatting. So iContact requires that you create a text-only version of the email as well. Now to quickly make a text-only version, just slide the plain text version button to automatic, which should be the default, and click copy from above. Notice how the plain text version automatically includes references to any links that you might have in your message, as well as the alternative text for the coupon image. However, if you wish to manually create your plain text version, you can do so by toggling to manual and entering your own text for the text-only version. Also, you have the ability to save your message template. Saving a message template allows you to reuse that message by making minor edits and changes before sending it out again. It also keeps you from having to reuse the message over and over again from the Reports tab, which can cause the template to be corrupted or break down. When you're ready to send your message to your contacts, click the Proceed to Send button. iContact is going to perform one final spam check, and then it continues through the send process. Here's where you'll choose which list and segments should receive this email. In our example, Sunshine Travel could send the message to everyone in their list, but they want to specifically target this message to just those subscribers who are interested in Hawaii vacations, which we've already segmented out. So Sunshine Travel will select that segment only. A link to the online version of your message can also be posted to your Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn accounts. If you want to post this link to Facebook, simply check that option and enter any additional optional status message that will entice people to read the web version of your email. Notice that to use this feature, you must enable Facebook. Enabling Facebook is going to allow you to integrate your account with iContact, which allows you to not only make social posts, but also to use the social tool. Notice that there are limitations when it comes to characters used for messages, and the link title will default as the subject line of the message. However, you can change it as long as you stay within the character limit. Also required is a link description, which further describes the web version of your email. You can also choose to add a link image or remove the image entirely. Most importantly here, you want to choose where you want to post this link to. You can post to your personal profile or any business or fan pages that you may be the manager or administrator of in Facebook. For LinkedIn, you'll also want to make sure that you have enabled your LinkedIn accounts. If you have not done that, you can do so very quickly and easily, just making sure that you have the username and passwords for those accounts. Once you've integrated your LinkedIn account, you'll be able to check that option, also including a message, link title, description, and link image if you'd like. Most importantly here, you want to make sure that you choose where you want this content to post to. This link can be posted not only to your personal LinkedIn profile, but also to any groups that you may be connected with via your personal profile. Finally, your option is to post to Twitter. After enabling Twitter, you'll be redirected back to iContact, where you can enter text that will be your tweet, which will also be posted along with the link to the web version of your message. Keep in mind that Twitter does have a character limit of 140. However, we've deducted a few characters to account for the link creation. So you're left with roughly 117 characters to create your tweet. So once you've chosen your audience and decided if you want to post to social, you'll be ready to proceed to send. Lastly, you want to certify with your initials that all recipients have granted their permission to be sent this email. Then you have the option to deliver the message immediately or schedule the message to be sent later. Keep in mind that when choosing the schedule option, the Eastern Time format is the format that's used for sending messages. If you live in a different time zone, you want to make sure that you adjust the time accordingly. We'll go ahead and deliver this message immediately today. Once you click Deliver Immediately, the message will be queued up to send out. Generally, this is a very quick process, so if you feel the need to cancel your message, you'll need to do so very quickly before this option disappears. While our message is being queued up to send out, we'll take a quick look at surveys and autoresponders. If you want to make a survey, you can choose from one of two types. We have private surveys that can be only taken by people on your contact list. And then we have public surveys that can be taken by anyone who receives a link to the survey. Then we have autoresponders. Autoresponders are a series of messages which are automatically sent to your customers based on the date they subscribe to your list. You can create autoresponders in much the same way that you create messages, and then you can schedule when they should be sent. It's easy to create autoresponders and surveys, and there are step-by-step instructions to creating them in our help system. As well, we have helpful video tutorials to guide you. So we'll go back to pending messages, and it looks like our message has sent. To find all sent messages, you can either go to pending messages and click View Sent Messages, or you can go on over to the Reports tab. Here at the top, you'll see a link to the last message. To find other recent messages, you can view this box here. As well, you can click View All Sent Messages. Remember, also on the home screen, in the last message statistics panel, you'll see the last message that you sent, as well as tracking data for that message. We'll click on the Reports tab and go to Sent Messages. If you liked the look of one of your previously sent messages, you can choose to reuse it at a later date by clicking this icon here. To view the message's statistics, you can click the pie chart icon. Here you can see how many people opened the message, clicked on links in the message, and you can see if there were emails that were bounced back or not delivered to a recipient's inbox. You can also see if customers unsubscribed or complained by marking a message as spam. The social tools statistics include the number of readers who liked or tweeted your message, as well as the number of messages viewed and clicks generated by Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, and other social sharing services. If you want tracking information from an individual contact level, you'll click on the View Details button. You can click on each report type to see who has opened the message and click its links. Your message tracking data can be exported as a CSV file. You can click here to export all message data or just certain components of that data. This data can also be used to create new segments. This can give you the ability to target your subscribers based on their level of engagement with this particular message. To learn more about everything that you can track with your sent messages, as well as with your surveys and autoresponders, I encourage you to sign up for the View Your Email Marketing Results webinar. Now let's go back to conclude today's presentation. I'd like to leave you with some tips to remember when creating your messages. Make sure, first of all, that you've reviewed iContact's prohibited content statement. And when creating your message, make sure to add a clear subject line. Be sure to include your branding or logo at the top of your message and include a link to the web version of your email. You also want to avoid using spammy sounding phrases such as "dear friend," "lucky you," or "you're a winner" throughout either the content of your newsletter as well as within subject lines. Also, you want to try to balance your images and text in your messages for better chances of making it to your recipients' inboxes. You also want to keep your emails above the scroll. Be sure to use our system to perform tests and checks on your messages before sending. For those of you who may not have known, iContact does offer email marketing services for everyone. So whether you're a small business email marketer in need of an easy and affordable solution, or if you're a growing business who needs more robust features such as landing pages and workflows, we even have an award-winning integration with Salesforce for businesses who wish to send email directly within their Salesforce accounts in a fully native manner. To learn more about these solutions, visit iContact.com/solutions. I also want to make sure you're aware that iContact offers additional options to help you increase your subscribers, improve your campaign results, and grow your businesses. All Premier Services accounts receive an assigned strategic advisor and advanced product features. We offer custom Premier Service plans for senders of all sizes. To learn more, contact our Premier Services team at 866-775-4254 or email us at sales@icontact.com. You can also visit icontact.com/solutions/premier. As a customer of iContact, you have 24-hour access to the online help system where you can search topics, view the video tutorial library and other guides, and listen to our recorded webinars and sign up for future live webinars. You can also contact our customer support team by phone, email, or live chat Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We appreciate your interest in iContact, and if we can be of further assistance, don't hesitate to contact us. Good luck with your email marketing efforts. Thank you, have a great day, and thank you for choosing iContact. Goodbye.